ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डायै विच्चे नमः। ॐ ऐं 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 ह्रीं क्लीं. All right, guys. Hello, it's High Priestess Jamila. Hey, Jen. Hey, 1EQ. How are y'all today? And hello and shout out to the extra people that are watching. Um, I'm gonna start saying this. Make sure that y'all hit that thumbs up on your way in. It helps with the algorithm. Algorithm. I said algorithm. The ism. The ism. Okay. So it's a shame when your behavior is so repulsive. The gang stalkers behavior is so repulsive that other responsible adults have to come and explain your behavior. Uh, so, in the best interests of Divine Services Apothecary, which is the name of my company, I wanted to come and assure you that just number one, just because I come on here and I address the things that are happening and the things that these gang stalkers are doing and have been doing for years. Uh, just because I come on here to address them doesn't mean that they're actually able to cause any chaos in my life. Understand that these people do not have access to me, including the op, the guy that 1 minute he's in love, and the next minute, if I don't uh submit to his will, he's attacking and going right back into the gang stalking regime. It has been advised of that dude to stop gang stalking people. If he doesn't want to do that, that's on him, not on me. I don't have children with him. It does not matter. He's doing nothing but hurting himself. I don't want people thinking that these people have any bearing, especially when it comes to spell work and things of that nature. That ain't what that is, okay? In fact, a lot of them historically have tried to use this dude as some kind of advertising. And they've even tried to use my children. I can tell you that my daughter had gotten into it with this drunk lady that was up the street, that was up the stairs from her. My daughter had not had anything like that happen. Uh, and of course, you share the wrong information with a person that you can't trust. And the next thing you know, these people, these powerless people, are trying to make it look like they were able to cause that chaos for my daughter, even though it was just a lonely woman looking at my daughter, who was very pretty and skinny and very pretty, and decided to be jealous of her because my daughter has a man and a child and she's a young girl. So, these people are constantly desperately searching for some kind of validation so that they and their so-called witches can con and scam the public. Okay. Now, it's terribly embarrassing for these people that they continuously disturb the public, which is not my responsibility. I'm not responsible for these people disturbing the public. They do it to each other. When they do it to me, it's usually because they're looking for something. They're like baby birds with their mouths wide open. But in reality, these people do not have access to me. They are not able to contact me. They are not able to actually do anything to me. Okay, maybe distract me from doing paperwork, or research, because I'm dealing with a very important court case right now. And the court case that I'm dealing with mainly, that's very important, is for my mother's estate, that of which some dirty people are trying to steal some of her estate from me, which is desperate. I couldn't even imagine living with myself trying to steal money from a deceased person's family. But there's a lot of people that will do anything for money. But you know what's going to come out at the other end of this? Regulations. It's going to be new regulations and new rules set up around surplus funds of the deceased. A lot of these attorneys, and there's people out there, there are people out there that want to look at these surplus funds as free money. Okay. They want to look at it as free money, and they get very ruthless when they're trying to fight over it. But in reality, it just is not going to fly in the grand scheme of things. So I'm dealing with that right now, and have done expert spiritual work, expert court case work, to make sure that they don't get to steal from my deceased mother. Now, I will tell y'all that gang stalkers are very real. Yes, they are a part of like a secret society. Who cares? We don't fear them over here. In fact, we don't care. I would not be surprised if that lady over in Texas, the one that I've never seen before, the one that hides herself, I wouldn't be surprised if she's a part of their regime. They're everywhere. They're in a group. and they are targeting people. And there's a lot of you guys that are being targeted. From what I've been told is that very soon these people will go very quiet. Okay. But right now they're desperate. They still think that there's some hope for what they're doing is going to work, which is stealing people's identity. In fact, I have to file an insurance claim because they have been stealing my identity to get payday loans. And no, my children would not do that. My children wouldn't even know the first thing about getting a payday loan. These are adults who are not good with money, who have sat around trying to scheme and scam people their whole life. And my information was put on the dark web by these people on the internet of the Black sector. And, you know, eventually they're going to discover, in fact, they probably trailing them because those payday loan centers are under surveillance, and they're going to realize that whoever it is not me in different states. And eventually the police are going to pick them people up. Eventually. Okay. More than likely, whoever is doing that is on drugs. But like I told y'all, if you have a problem with the dark web, if you have a problem with people stalking you, make sure that you get identity theft insurance. They will insure your name up to $5 million. Okay. Okay. So that's serious. So, you know, and it's just so sad that these people, they don't even have to do stuff like that. We live on a very abundant earth, and some people just don't want to do nothing except for con and steal and harass other people. That's why they end up in prison. Okay, because I just got another notification 2 days ago of somebody opening up a subprime loan in my name. Somebody is actually walking around with a fake ID, going around getting payday loans. Okay. Now, keep in mind, my credit is being monitored. That person, whoever they are, they're going to be in prison soon. That's actually against federal law. And you know, when a person gets on drugs, they lose all sense and sensibility. That's not Mike. Mike didn't do that, but Mike is doing the fool. But this is somebody in another state. But yeah, he did get close to me. He doesn't have my social security number and stuff like that to get an ID. But these are people from the dark web, sis. And you know, they will do stuff like that. Yes, they will. But he didn't actually physically do that. But it is somebody out there using my identity to get payday loans. Yes. Okay, but he doesn't have my information. Just FYI, if a person wants to get your information, they will get it. Now, I believe that Tiffany Chrisman is the one that gave one of them my social security number, which is why eventually, once I get to where I'm going to get and go, I am going to change my social security number. So Tiffany Chrisman, because I trusted her years ago, she had my social security number because I asked her to print out a tax return of mine. Okay. And so yeah, so she had the social security number. And I think she gave my social security number to a couple of people that are in that sector. They'll all be in jail. It doesn't matter. But yes, Mike did get close to me to rob me. He is a romance scammer. He tried to get close to my mother. My mother wasn't falling for it, and neither am I. And these people are very handy and very crafty um, at, um, at doing those things to people. So yeah, he is a fraud. He is a scam artist. I agree. Yes, he is. And I actually exposed him already, and he's been going nuts ever since. He's been all over social media. Here lately, they're using voice cloning to make it look like I'm saying things that I've never said. So they've been really, 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 they've been doing that for the past year. Okay. And for some reason, sis, don't you think it's funny how they always take action and moves around March? They did the same thing around March of last year. So they don't have any real connection to any power or understanding. They do call themselves being religious, but basically what they do is they just bring more chaos and confusion into people's lives, which is why all of their so-called spiritual businesses uh did not take off. Because if a person is looking for witchcraft, I'd be pissed to find out that somebody is not using traditional witchcraft and is afraid of it. They're actually afraid of witchcraft. Now, there's some people that use the Bible to do their witchcraft, which I think is different. I wouldn't suggest it, but as long as you know what you're doing, then you're fine. Because I think that if you're going to practice hoodoo, you have to really, really have a sound mind, body, and spirit. And you cannot be the type of person that becomes obsessed with a woman and her children, chasing, stalking her for 10 years, and you for damn sure can't be a gang stalker. Covens, actual spiritual covens, are not gang stalkers. There would be no reason for a coven of witches to ever steal from another person. It wouldn't be no reason. It wouldn't be. Okay. And we all know what and who they are involved with. Okay. And for some reason, they kick in around March. They kicked in around March of last year as well. It's always some stupid accusation of a sex crime. And they are using um, artificial intelligence and voice cloning. Okay. Sis, do you have a wrench? Because I think you can see their troll accounts. You can see their troll accounts before I do. Hold on. Let me make sure that you got a wrench one, EQ. Hold on. All right. All right. Confirm that you can hear me, sis. Or somebody confirm that you can hear me. So you should have a wrench now, sis. Make sure that you block their trolls. Okay, you got a wrench. Yeah, I want to say this to the trolls that are trying to sell this audio that y'all faked and y'all been faking since last year. If the audio was real, you wouldn't have to come into the chat room saying we heard the audio. The reason why you have to say that is because you have to reinforce your fake false audio. Okay, yeah. Get rid of Tom Savage. Just an FYI, this guy named Mike, guys, if you see him or anybody that he rocks with advertising any audio that I supposedly said, it's fake. They're using artificial intelligence voice cloning apps, and they've been doing it since last year. You have to really, really pay attention to them. But a person's brain and memory is going to remember what they said. Okay. So if you out here and somebody has audio of you and you like, wait a minute, I ain't never said that. It's because there literally has been voice cloning technology that has been created. And I don't know why they would do that, because it ain't gonna do nothing but cause more mess. But it is what it is. Okay. Just to let you guys know, these people cannot cross over, interfere, or intervene with your spiritual work. When you see me online addressing them, I am addressing them in between working, meditating, getting my spiritual work done, and then just in general living my life. But otherwise, they not touching me whatsoever. They love to try to make people think that just because they're doing these pathetic, imbecilic things in social media, telling lies and doing smear campaigns, that means that they've got some kind of power, or that they making something happen. But in reality, they not doing nothing but making complete fools of themselves, as well as incriminating themselves. Because I believe that when the FBI sees that they are doing that now, typically, as far as with voice cloning, there's a lot of little videos out there of them voice cloning Donald Trump and celebrities and stuff. But the moment they start voice cloning politicians and very important people, that is when the government is going to crack down, just like they crack down on swatting. So it's got to happen to one of them before they actually do something about it. Voice cloning technology has been out since last year, probably longer than that. Okay. So, of course, the group of gang stalkers who are targeting witches, real authentic witches, of course they're going to do that. They claim that they're doing it for God. At the end of the day, they feel like they're doing it for God. One of the things that Spirit moved me to talk to you guys about, because one of them who claims that he's a preacher, doctor, juggernaut, he said last night that I have demons, even though he's trying to romance scam women, dropping revenge porn, committing crimes. He claimed that I've got demons, and that these demons and spirits that I'm working with are somehow harming me. But in reality, that's actually far from the truth. These people are constantly chaotic in their minds. They're constantly pop, 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 pop all over the place. They can't stop. We have peace over here. And I've got probably close to 20 packs. So I'm at peace all the time. I don't have issues like that. I don't feel the need to go and clone people's voices and try to set them up. I don't feel the need to come online and drop revenge porn and yell and scream at people and spouting lies at them. That's not what demons do. That's not what any of the entities and spirits do. Not to me as the practitioner. They are very protective. They make very good things happen for me, and they assist me in being protected from these religious nutcases who are completely lost. Okay. You know, they can't run an authentic witch out of social media. I'm way too authentic. If they were actually able to affect me, scare me, move me, I would be gone. I wouldn't be here. I've been on YouTube for almost a decade, doing my spiritual work since 2015. So surely after almost 10 years of it, you would think that they would have broke me by now, but they can't. My blood pressure constantly stays at a normal rate. Heart rate stays normal. And I'm good. Okay. They are very, very intranquil, and they have something what is called um excited delirium is what they have. Excited delirium. One of the reasons why religion by itself drives them crazy is because it is a fact. It is a fact, and I don't know why YouTube supports them, possibly because of them trying to reduce the population, maybe being in on that. But I made a very good video exposing one Bible verse that cuts you off from the universe. If you have no connection, if the crown chakra is not connected to the universe, which is what religion does, because of some person back during Bible days said that I guess something about I exposed it on my other channel, on the Witch's Broom channel. So that particular verse works on the crown chakra to block you from God, which is i.e. the sun, the moon, Mercury, all of those planets. Okay, God is the universe. Nobody on this earth has the right to cut you off from God except for if you need to be taught a lesson. And Pluto went into retrograde, I believe it was the 2nd of May. And so Pluto is degenerating. Retrograde means degenerate. Us witches, we don't degenerate. We know how to keep a connection. Okay? So they are typically prepared, the way they prepare for Mercury retrograde, the way that these idiocies prepare for Pluto in retrograde is by attacking others, which is stupid. It makes no sense. As a witch that practices planetary alchemy, Pluto is always going to be right next to me. Yeah, I think it's something called natural selection because they can't figure it out. If you can't figure out how to keep a connection with Pluto and you feel like you got to attack other people, then maybe you don't need to be on this earth. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not saying that about everybody. Of course not. But these particular people who are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s and 70s who have not figured it out yet, and they're going around harassing people doing what they're doing, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't figured it out by now. Pluto is the planet of transformation and change. Okay, it's a dwarf planet and it has moons as well. These people have been blocked from the universe since birth. Haven't we all? Right? A lot of us have, unless we had pagan parents. 40, 50, 60, and 70 still can't figure out how to connect. It is a fact. So while Pluto is in retrograde, also another thing is that they start murdering people. Okay, and Pluto will be in retrograde until October. People like them are going to be in a tailspin for months. When somebody tells them, their jealousy and hatred makes them turn away, as well as their ignorance. Okay, they don't want to listen to a word that I say. Maybe it's because their brains have been scrambled a little too much and they just don't get it. Okay, and they have no idea how to connect to Pluto because they have a deficit. There's a deficit, years and years and years and years and years of them not having that energy, having planets in their charts retrograde at birth, and then still not understanding how to harness and connect to that energy. They can emulate what a witch does, which is outside burns, but they're actually not looking at the night sky. They're not connecting. They don't know how to connect. They're just mimicking, but mimicking somebody and not actually having the proper training or understanding, or even being able to take the time to sit back. One of the reasons why us witches burn herbs, petitions, and other things, Bibles, outside, is because we are connecting and doing other stuff and harnessing and manifesting. Just setting something on fire ain't gonna do nothing. So a lot of them literally have no idea what they're doing. They're just doing what they saw other people do. And that can be very dangerous to you all that need help. Okay. So in that case, they just hustling people. And what they'll do if you question them is they'll get a bunch of trolls and criminals to harass you. Don't give those people your home address. There's a couple of them on here who have been harassing and stalking me for years. One in particular who likes to emulate being a witch. We all know who I'm talking about. She has no idea why she's outside burning things. She's just burning things because she wants to emulate a witch. She has no idea why as witches forever, since the beginning of time, have been burning things outside and never will learn either. She ain't gonna learn because she's too prideful to listen to somebody. Okay, so it just is what it is. Don't get scammed. Okay, seriously, because it's a matter of life and death and your health. All right. So, in the best interest of a Divine Services Apothecary, if you see that group of people, they have these weird troll accounts. I mean, I personally feel like you'd have to be a complete idiot to deal with them. Glamour can only get you so far. Okay. In fact, glamour, eh, making something look like something that's probably 1 to 2% of the level of depth of witchcraft. Witchcraft is as deep as the Mariana Trench, and it is as high as the universe, going all the way back, going all the way out to Andromeda, the spiral galaxy. Okay, so they have agents out here in social media trying to make it look like something. Glamour, the basis of glamour is making something look like something that it's not. That's only 1 to 2%. It's a very small area of witchcraft, very minuscule. Okay. And that's not where the universe nor spirit is taking any of us. And a lot of us that understand what I'm talking about are light years ahead of these crazy people who are still trying to make something look like something that it's not. They've been scheming and scamming in this same group, trying to tell me that if I that I'm not a witch because of a man who is a scam artist, who has been a scam artist, that chose to continue to be a fraud. He chose the path of a fraud and a liar and a con artist. Okay, so y'all watch out. And one of the reasons why these people do this is because they know who I am, what I'm capable of, and they want what I got. Doesn't matter if 20 years ago I was pregnant and had a man that, you know what I'm saying, that was not so perfect. It doesn't matter. It's the point that I discovered who I am and what my capabilities are, and I ain't got to steal it from nobody. Okay? It's on them that they come on here with that chaos. It's not on me. That's on them. Don't ever blame it on me because it's not me. In fact, my love don't make men act like that. That's not the effect of Jamila's love on nobody. Okay, I've suffered from mild stalking because of my love, but my love don't make men go crazy like that to the point where they turn into zombies. And I don't know if y'all ever remember, if y'all remember that movie Pet Cemetery, when that, he bought that his son back to life, and he was just no, that ain't what my love does, nor my love spells, nor my love. That's not my love. That has nothing to do with love or anything to do with High Priestess Jamila or Jamila Briscoe. One thing about it is that um when you have a man that is very problematic like that, and you have a family and children, as a woman, I choose to prioritize myself and my children. I don't have time every day to be working on no man. I have to prioritize my children, my business, and my clients. There's no love spell that can make that man. I am the love spell. I can't make him act right. Nobody can. And the fact that these people are still running around here trying to steal money from witches and the spiritual community, causing all this chaos, being very misogynistic and disgusting in the spiritual community is an outrage, and it is an insult, and it is disgusting. And it is a fraud. It is not real. Okay? What you got at the basis of that is, at the foundation of that is religion, and a religious man that is a misogynist. That's it. Somebody that ain't welcome in my house no more. All right, y'all. I wanted to come by and say that I have a plethora of things that I need to get done today. So I'm going to go. When I come out here and address these people, that does not mean that they have any power. If somebody is falsifying audio of me, I am going to state it. And that's it. When I get off of here, I'm balanced, I'm grounded. Am I worried? No, not at all. Don't ever get it twisted. I walk in the truth. That's what I do. And these people have been lying on me for years. It's really pathetic. And just a FYI, guys, it would be a good time right now, especially around the time of Christ's resurrection, is a good time to reconnect with Barbas, deities like Barbas. I don't call our fallen angels demons. I have way too much respect for them to call them demons anymore. Around the time of the resurrection of Christ, because of what society and people like these religious nutcases are doing, it's an excellent time to connect with Barbas, or they call them Marbas, and Belial. I thought I gave you a wrench for both channels, sis. I thought I did, because I went to both channels. Excellent time to connect with Belial, Azazel, and Marbas. Trust me on that. Okay? Azazel is pivotal when it comes to um, taking back and reclaiming your power. Belial is phenomenal at freeing you from religious slavery and chains. Barbas is just good for vengeance and protection. So if you guys are thinking about doing pacts, I would say do it with them. All of our deities that they call demons are here to protect you and me, not just the witches, not just the witches, but people from violent, chaotic, confused, and psychotic religious people. Not saying that they all like that. Okay? So this would be an excellent time to do that. Around Easter, I connected with Marbas, but I like to call them Barbas, as well as Azazel. Okay, so with this dark moon coming up, we are going to do a group, and we are going to do some honors for those spirits, for those deities. We are going to do it and make them offerings and things of that nature, because we appreciate the fact that they have given us freedom from their religion. Okay, freedom from having an evil man be able to disgrace you and humiliate you and take from you and abuse you. That's why I would never get married. No, no, no. Jamila ain't gonna do it. Okay. So, it just is what it is, and we see how ugly they are. We can see how ugly they are, the ugliness that they are. They are very ugly. It's sad how they can't just sit back and be happy and peaceful, because they can't. Because apparently, being that they are factually disconnected, throwing curses at one another. Trust me, people that are within a church family are constantly judging one another and throwing them Bible curses on each other. They do it to each other, and they're too disconnected at the crown chakra from the universe to figure it out. So it's driving them crazy. Just is what it is. We gonna get through it though. Okay, we gonna get through it. Anyway, I gotta go. I know that there's gonna be a response for this. My direct plans is to get all of my work done today and relax on a Saturday. But get ready for this new moon that's coming up, guys, because you can see that they just go on and on and on with it, because they want to deny you your human rights. They want to force you into submission of that religion, even though that religion hates you and wants nothing to do with you. They want slaves. And we're not talking about black or white slavery, because a black man has been trying to force me to be his slave for the past 10 years. He's sick. Very sick man. Okay. In fact, they're very perverted. There was several of them. I guess they all wanted to take me on as their wife, and they was going, I guess, ping pong me back and forth. I'm not a pass around. In fact, I live how I want to live. Okay. And then, especially when you look at the black community, a lot of them so called pastors of the church, those are pimps. I'm not talking about, the mega churches. I'm talking about a lot of these online people that be like, I'm at the Church of Latter-day Saints and all that crap. They're pimps. They're spreading disease. They're trying to disease the womb of the divine feminine. They're pretty disgusting people, as well as hypocritical. Okay, y'all, let me get this work done. Um, I can sense, I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is really important. I can sense it when people in my fold are letting those people get to them. Please stop letting them get to y'all. Anybody that's in my fold, please stop doing that. Please stop. These people been saying the same thing over and over again. You have to have discernment. Okay, these audios and all this stuff, they've been doing the same thing for years. No one cares. Okay. All right, y'all. I gotta go. Y'all have a good one. Okay. Hail Satan.